center on the 40% form, while Mega Basket on the Yeah, hi everyone. Hi everyone. Okay, I welcome us all to another beautiful day. All right, today is the 13th of April. Today is on Monday, 13th of April, 2026. I welcome us all to another beautiful day. All right. So today we're going to analyze the football games, basketball games that we have for today using the Do Quick platform. Here we don't predict, we don't analyze based on vibes, we analyze based on data of the team's past performance. All right. That's what Do Quick is all about, right? Do Quick is you can use Do Quick for your live matches, you can use Do Quick to analyze match. Our feature match for today is the EPL game between Manchester United and Leeds United. But before we go into that, let's just quickly look at what happened over the weekend, and especially in the EPL, right? In La Liga and Barcelona, they've almost won the La Liga. That's already in the basket. In Serie A, Inter Milan, they won Como 3-4 yesterday, right? 9 points clear or so. That's almost in the basket. In German league, almost in the basket for Bayern Munich. In French league, almost in the basket, right? For PSG, but in the EPL, it was a totally different story. All right, it was a totally different story where our master butler in the person of Mikel Arteta, right, in the person of Mikel Arteta, lost against Bournemouth at the Emirates. Arteta and Arsenal had no business losing that game, right? They had no business losing that game, right? What they have done is Arteta is now in a place where Pep wants him to be. Arteta and Arsenal are now in a place where Pep wants them to be. Pep is going to use the mind games to destroy Arteta in the coming days before Arteta goes to the Etihad on over the weekend, right? What Pep is going to do at the Etihad, the Man City, they are not just going to defeat Arsenal. This is my personal. They are not just going to defeat Arsenal. They are going to defeat Arsenal in such a way, right, that Arsenal will now lose form till the end of the season, right? If you look at Arsenal, Arsenal has 6 matches left, right? While City has 7 matches left, right? If you look at Arsenal, after they go to the Etihad, all right, after they go to the Etihad on Sunday on over the weekend, they'll go to Newcastle, right? No, Newcastle will come to the Emirates at home, right? Fulham will come to the Emirates, right? West Ham, they'll go to West Ham. They'll go Burnley will come home, and then they will go to Crystal Palace. Now, see the funniest part of this. Arsenal has 3 matches. In that 6 matches, they are going to play 3 away games and 3 home games in their next 6 features, right? Why Man City will play, Man City has 7 matches. They have, after Arsenal, they also have Burnley, they have Southampton at home, they have Crystal Palace at home, they have Everton away, they have Brentford away, they have Bournemouth away, and then they now have Aston Villa. But here is the key to these remaining features. Now, why Arsenal are playing 3 away games, City are playing, out of their 7 matches, they are playing 2 away games and 5 home games. 5 home games, and they are playing those 5 home games is guaranteed. They're not going to lose any of those games. That's for sure. First, right? The 5 home games is guaranteed. So the only 2 away game they have is Everton away and Bournemouth away, right? Bournemouth is going to be tricky for them away. That's for sure. For me, that's the last hope of Arteta. But the question is, that's where Arteta is hoping, right, that City will drop points against Bournemouth at home. City, they've always struggled to play Bournemouth at home, right? Everybody struggles to play Bournemouth. The big six struggles to play Bournemouth at home. But now, the challenge with Arteta is playing out of his last 6 games. He's playing 3 London derbies. 3 London derbies. These London derbies are no jokes. And that's why the London clubs, right? The London clubs, that's why they struggle, right, to win the EPL. Because, for example, this season you have 7 London clubs in Premiership. 7. So that means every team has to play home and away 13 London derbies. 13. Every London clubs will play 13 London derbies. Man City has just Man U to play. Manchester derby, one derby, home and away, 2 derbies, 2 games. Liverpool has Everton to play. That's the only Liverpool derby. One, two games, home and away. But Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs. They will have to play 13 London derbies each. 13 because you have four, because you have seven London clubs at EPL. So that's one of the challenge, right? That's one of the challenges Arsenal is going to have. Arsenal will still play Fulham at the Emirates. They will go to West Ham away, West Ham away. West Ham trying to take out Tottenham into the relegation. One of Tottenham and West Ham will get relegated this season, right? So West Ham will be playing at home to Arsenal. It's going to be a do or die affair. And then at the last day, Arsenal will also go to Crystal Palace away to play Crystal Palace, right? So if you look at if you analyze the remaining games, the truth is that Man City has the advantage to win the EPL at this point. Arsenal had no business losing that game yesterday. Even if they had drew the game, if worst case scenario, if Man City will beat Arsenal at the Etihad next weekend. If Man City beat Arsenal, worst case, say the both of them, they now win the rest of their games. Arsenal would have finished 1.86 and Man City will finish 85. See, that's why that game of yesterday was too key. It was just it was just how the last season, how Arsenal had no business losing that game, away game to Aston Villa. These are the issues, right? The game that you're not supposed to, exactly the same point he lost that game against Aston Villa last season. The same thing is happening again this season. For me personally, to round up this analysis between Man City, for me, right? Arteta has not won any league. That's the truth. Because the league he won, for me, the FA Cup he won was Emirates FA Cup. It was Emirates team. He came in middle of the season or so, and he won that FA Cup. It was not his cup; it was Emirates Cup. Just how last season EPL was Klopp, and it was Klopp and team that slots used in winning the EPL last season. Same thing. Arteta. To be frank, to be honest, the club has supported us Arteta. That's the truth. The club has supported Arteta. Nobody can deny the fact that the club has not, the management has not supported us. Arteta has spent over £1 billion on transfers since he took over Arsenal. Imagine if Arsene Wenger had one third of half of that funds during his time. Why can't see if Arteta does not win the EPL or Champions League, he should be sacked. Let's even bring Winger for 2 seasons. He's still active. He can still coach. He's still very active. Let's bring Winger for two seasons. I'm not an Arsenal, but let's bring Winger for 2 seasons with this squad that Arsenal has. This squad, this talent that this talent that the team that Arsenal has, and let's see what will happen. You're playing in their last game against Bournemouth. Raya was the highest player with the most with the highest passes in the game. Your keeper. That's to show you how negative they have played. That's to show you how negative they have been. It's honestly, if Arteta does not win the EPL this season or the Champions League, I don't think he can win the Champions League. But if he does not win the EPL, he is almost likely not going to win the EPL, and that's the truth. See, this is not being negative about Arsenal or anything. It's looking at the trends. It's looking at the trend. It's going to be a miracle at this moment for Arteta to win the Premiership. I'm telling you, it's going to be a miracle for Arteta to win the Premiership. The odds, the features do not favor Arteta and Arsenal at the moment at all. These guys are tired, just like when Rooney said, these guys are tired. They are worn out. What they need now is a miracle, is a magic player to build them out. And unfortunately, they don't have that magic player at the moment. Saka, for me, is the only guy who could create that magic, and he's struggling with injury. No, I'm not sure that I hope he's able to play against City. But Saka is the only guy who has that magic, who has that X factor, who can change things for Arsenal. At the moment, I don't know if he will be available for that game. It's looking really, really bad for Arsenal at the moment. I'm telling you. Arteta puts himself in this position. He's not supposed to lose that game. I don't know how you're going to be playing Bournemouth and your keeper will be the player on your side, on your team, with the highest number of touches, highest number of passes. Your keeper is your goalkeeper now your playmaker. Anyway, that it is what it is. Let's move on. All right. And we don't have a lot of football games today because obviously because today of course because after the what's it called, after the weekend features. All right, so we have some games in Serie A, one game in Serie A, one game in La Liga. We'll just briefly look at them. And then also we don't have NBA games, so we're not really going to look at. We'll just look at some and some what's it called, basketball around Europe, all right? And then we'll call it a day for today. Okay, so let's go to our main features for today, all right? Our main features for today, which is the game between Manchester United and Leeds, all right? Manchester United and Leeds, okay? Manchester United and Leeds. All right, let's look at this game between Manchester United and Leeds. Okay, let's look at this game between Manchester United and Leeds. What do we have? What do we have for this game? What do we have for this game? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. What do we have for this game? Okay. Okay, so let's go to this. Okay, so you can see that we have okay, let's see. Okay, let's trying to okay. Okay, so what do we have for this game? What do we have for this game between Manchester United and Leeds? Okay, Manchester, they've been picking up. Obviously, they are going to be in the Champions League next season. Carrick has done miracle. Honestly, Carrick has done a lot of work, right? He has done a lot of work for this team. Thank God they were able to get rid of Amorim. Right? Amorim was an arrogant coach who couldn't change his tactics, right? Was playing one formation all season. I don't know what he was thinking. All right, I don't know what he was thinking. Anyway, let's get to the features of today. Manchester United and this. Let's look at Manchester. All right, in their last 5 games, Manchester in their last 5 games. Okay, when they are playing at home, they have scored an average of three. They scored an average of 3 goals and conceded an average of approximately 3 goals and conceded one when they are playing at home. All right, when they are playing at home half time. Okay, when they are playing at home full time. Okay, when they are playing at home full time, they scored an average of 3 goals and conceded one. While Leeds United, when they are playing at home, in their last 5 games, while we're not getting any information here, their last 5 games, let me see. Last 5 games, this is draw. I don't know who was home, who was away. Okay. So this is home. This is away. All right. So this is home draw. Let me see. This is away. This is home. They won three. Okay, this is home, they won three. This is home, they won three. This is away. So let me see for their away. Oh, they've only played one game away. The rest has been home. Okay, so they played one game away. The rest has been home. That's why they have nothing here, right, for their last 5. So let's use the last 10 games to analyze for Leeds United. Okay, that's where you get some home away games. Okay, so for Leeds United in their last 5 games, right, away from home, they scored an average of one and considered an average of one when they are playing away from home. All right, when they are playing away from home. So let's also look at halftime. Let's look at halftime. So as for Man U, we are going to be using. Okay, let's also just look at the half. Let's see. Man U in their last 10 games halftime, they scored an average of zero and considered zero. Their last 10 games when they are playing away from home. While it's also they scored an average of one and conceded three in their last 10 games when they are playing away from home. All right, when they are playing away from home. So that is their analysis for their last 5 games when they are playing both home and away. All right, so let's look at their H to H. Let's look at their H to H. Let's look at their head to head. Let's look at their head to head. Okay. For their head to head, when they are playing at home, sorry, for their head to head, mind you, they are on a 60% form. They are on a 60%. They've won their last 3 games and lost one and drew one. While Leeds, they're on the 20% form. They have won one, lost two, and drew two. All right, and drew two. All right, so that is their form. You can also look at their last 5 games together. Man U has won two, they've drawn three. These are not won nine in their last 5 games. Okay, so you can also look at their. We can also look at their. What's it called? We can look at their. Right, we can look at their what's it called? last 10 games to see how consistent they have been. You can see that in Manchester United, last 10 games, their form was better, right? They were on 70% form. While it's also they were also still on 20% form. So from their last 10 games compared to their last 5 games, you can see that Man U form has dropped by 10%. Okay, by 10% from 70 to 60, they have dropped by 10%. All right. So that is the head-to-head between Manchester United and Leeds United. All right. You can also look at their corner kick. You can see that in their last 5 games, Man U, they have gotten an average of 7 corner kicks and considered 3 and considered 4. While Leeds United, they have gotten an average of 3 corner kicks and conceded 8 corner kicks. Okay, 8 corner kicks. They've gotten an average of 3 corner kicks and considered 8 corner kicks. Okay, 8 corner kicks. All right. So why? All right. So okay, that's for what's it called? That's for right? That's for Manchester United, right? Okay, so you can also now look at their foul, right? You can look at their foul to see both home and away. Okay, both home and away. You can see their foul. Manchester United, they had an average of right. They've got an average of 11 and 12 fouls approximately, and they have considered 9 when they are playing at home. While Leeds United, when they are playing away from home, have an average of 11 and they've considered 12 for full time, all right, for full time. Okay. You can also look at shots on goal to see shots on goal. You can see Man U, they have an average of 9 shots on goal and considered 3 when they are playing at home. While Leeds United, when they are playing away from home, they have an average of 3 shots on goal and considered 0. Okay. What about offside? Offside, you can see for offside, Man United, they've got an average of 1, considered 2 when they're playing at home. While Leeds United, they've got an average of 2 and considered 5 when they're playing away from home. You can see their goalkeeper saves. Manchester United, they have an average of 2 and considered 6. Right, goalkeeper saves. They forced two goalkeeper saves and considered 6 when they are playing at home. They are not their last 5 games. They are not forcing goalkeeper saves. Right, while Leeds when they are playing away from home, their last 5 games, they have not forced any goalkeeper saves, and they have also considered an average of 3. Right, so Leeds United, they need to do better today, and need to do better today. Yellow cards for Man U, they forced the teams to concede 2, and they have also conceded 2, 3, approximately 3, and they have conceded 2. Okay, while Leeds United, they've considered and they've gotten 3, and they've considered 2 yellow cards. Okay, you can also look at red card for home and away. All right, so you can see Leeds and they've gotten an average of 1 red card in their last 5 games. Okay, last 5 games they've been receiving yellow and red card. Okay, so this is the data analysis of game, right? This is data analysis of the game between Manchester United and Leeds United. Okay, this is the and what's called this is the data analysis. Okay, this is the data analysis of the game. All right, this is data analysis of the game between Manchester United and Leeds United. Okay, all right. So you can also right, you can also what's it called can also go to the Do Quick and you can also go to the Do Quick and application, right, platform and analyze these games yourself. Okay, so let's now look at other. We're going to look at other leagues briefly. I think we have one games across Serie A and then La Liga, right? So we're going to look at the game, all right? We're going to look at the game between Fiorentina and Lazio, right? Fiorentina and Lazio. That's the game we're going to look at. Fiorentina and Lazio, okay? We're going to look at the game between Fiorentina and Lazio. Okay, all right. So you can see that. Okay, so you can see that. Let me see. You can see that Fiorentina, in their last 5 games, okay, when they are playing at home, they've scored an average of 1 point and conceded 1. And when they are playing at home, okay, okay, let's put here. Okay. When they are playing at home, they scored an average of 1 and conceded 1 when they are playing at home. All right, Fiorentina. Why Lazio when they are playing away from home? right? In their last 5 games full time, they scored an average of 2 and conceded 0. Okay, when they are playing at home, they've been very disciplined in their defense. Okay, they've been very disciplined in their defense. Okay, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. That's for full time. You can also now just look at halftime. Okay, you can look at halftime to see how both teams has been performing. You can see that Fiorentina. You can see that Fiorentina. They've scored right? Halftime, they scored an average of 0 and conceded 1 when they're playing at home. Right? Why Lazio, when they're playing away from home, their last 5 games halftime, and they've not scored, they've not conceded, right? They've not scored, they have not conceded. Okay, so that is the goal data analysis of the Serie A game between Fiorentina and Lazio. Okay, let's look at their head to head. You can see that in the last 5 games, Fiorentina they're on the 50%, 60% form, while Lazio on the 30 and also on the 60% form. Right, both teams have won 3 out of the last 5 matches. Why Fiorentina has lost 1 and drew 1, and Lazio has won 2. They have not lost out of their last 5 matches. Okay, you can also look at their upcoming games, and you can look at their head-to-head games with each other. You can see that in their last 5 games, Fiorentina has won 3 times, they've drawn 1, and Lazio has won 1. So Fiorentina, they have the advantage in terms of head-to-head. You can also look at their last 10 games, and also you can look at all season, all right? All season. So let's go to the corner kicks, okay? Corner kicks, all right? This is the corner kick for home, right? And this is the corner kick for away, right? Let's go to foul, right? Let's go to foul. This is the foul for home, right? And this is the foul for away, right? Let's go to shots on target, right? Shots on target. This is shots on target for home, right? And this is shots on target for away. Offsides, right? This is the offside for home, all right, and this is the offside for away. Let's go to goalkeeper saves, right? This is goalkeeper saves from home. This is goalkeeper saves from away. Let's go to yellow card, okay? This is yellow card for home. And this is yellow card for away. Let's go to red card, right? This is red card from red card on. We have not gotten red card in their last 5 games, okay? In their last 5 games. So this is the data analysis of the EPL game, all right? Of the Serie A game between Fiorentina and Lazio, all right? Between Fiorentina and Lazio. You can also log into the Dupic app and analyze these games and other games yourself, all right? Yourself. All right, so let's look at the next. I think the next game we have is we have a La Liga game. Yeah, we have a La Liga game. Sorry, Lavente. All right, Lavente will be playing Getafe. All right, Lavente will be playing Getafe. All right, and let's look at the form of Lavente and Getafe. All right, Lavente in their last 5 matches when they are playing at home, they've had an average of 2 and conceded 1. They scored an average of 2 goals and conceded 1. All right, why Getafe? All right, why Getafe when they are playing away from home, their last 5 games, they scored an average of 1 and conceded an average of 1 also when they are playing away from home. All right, when they are playing away from home. You can also look at their last 5 games. You can also look at their last 10 games. Okay, let's look at their head to head. All right, let's look at their head to head. What do we have for their head to head? What do we have for their head to head? You can see that from their head to head, Levante, they're on the 40% form. They have won 2, drawn 2, lost 1. While Getafe, they're on the 80% form. Getafe, and they're on a good run of form. They've lost just 1 out of their last 5 games, all right? Out of their last 5 games, okay? But if you now look at their head to head against each other, and they won each other once and they have drawn 3 times. So this is going to be a close match, actually. It's going to be a close match. You can also look at their last 10 matches and all season to know how their form has been, all right? So let's look at their corner kicks, okay? For corner kicks, this is the corner kick for home and this is the corner kick for away, all right? Let's look at the foul. This is the foul, right? This is the foul for home, right? And this is the foul for away. What about shots on goal, right? This is shots on goal for home. This is shots on goal for away. All right. What about offside? What about offside? This is offside for home. All right. And this is offside for away. What about goalkeeper save? All right. This is goalkeeper save for home. And this is the goalkeeper save for away. What about yellow card? Yellow card. This is yellow card for whom? Right? And this is yellow card for away. What about red card? Red card. This is red card for home. And this is a red card for away. You can see that both teams have not conceded. I think in the last 5 matches, Getafe, they've gotten maybe one, they've gotten one red or maybe twice in the last 5 games. But we have gotten a red card in their last 5 games. That's why you have 0.7 here. All right. Okay. Okay. So that is the data analysis of the La Liga game between Levante and Getafe. Levante and Getafe. You can log into the Duke app and also analyze that game yourself. All right, analyze that game yourself. I think we still have one. I think we still have okay. All right, so that's it for football today. Like I said, we don't have any NBA games tonight, so we're just going to look at some basketball games, okay? We're just going to look at some basketball games, okay? This is the Euro Arbab basketball league game between Dubai, right? Between Dubai and Bucharest, okay? Between Dubai and Budunost, okay? Budunost, okay? All right, so that's these names. I'm sorry for my pronunciation. These names can be complicated sometimes, okay? So let's look at their features. You can see that Dubai, when they are playing at home in their last 5 games, they've scored an average of 86 points and conceded 86 points. All right, they are scoring and they are also conceding. Right, while the away team, they've scored an average of 100 points. Right, when they are playing away from home and they've conceded 75. They are a very, very efficient team. They are scoring a lot of points and they are conceding an average of 75, which is very, very fair, which is fair, all right, which is fair. So they are a very, very efficient team. Right, let's look at their halftime. Let's look at their halftime. Let's look at their halftime. You can see in their halftime, Dubai, they have an average of, they score an average of 42 and concede 47 points when they're playing at home. Why Budunost, they've scored an average of 51 points, all right, and conceded 43 points when they are playing away from home, all right, when they are playing away from home, right? So that's the halftime analysis of the game between Dubai and Brunost, all right? That is it. So let's now look at their head-to-head to see what their form looks like. Both teams are on 60% form, all right? They both won 3 and lost 2 out of their last 5 games. You can also see their head-to-head here. You can see that Dubai has won 2 and Blue North has won 1. All right, it's going to be. You can also look at their upcoming match and their games within each other. All right, it's going to be a close one today. All right, it's going to be a close one. Okay, so you can look at their field goals. You can see that at home, Dubai they've gotten an average of 21 field goals and conceded 22 when they're playing at home, while the away team has gotten an average of 24 and conceded 19. All right, you can look at their 3 points and goals. You can see that when Dubai they're playing at home, they have an average of 9 and conceded 7. Why the away team they have an average of 11 and considered 10. You can also look at their pictures. We don't have that as well. That. And look at their rebound. You can look at their rebound. You can look at their rebound. You can see that Dubai has an average of 31 and considered 34. Right, while the away team has an average of 32 and considered 29. All right, you can look at their assists. Dubai has an average of 21 and considered 18, while the away team has an average of 29 and considered 14. Okay, you can also look at their steals. Okay, you can see their steals. Dubai has an average of 5 steals, considered 6 when they're playing at home. All right, while the away team they have an average of 6 and considered 8 when they're playing away from home. Right, you can look at their blocks. Dubai had an average of 1 and considered 4 when they're playing at home, while the away team has an average of 5 blocks and considered 2 when they're playing away from home. Okay, you can also look at their turnover. Dubai has an average of 10 and considered 15 when they're playing at home, while the away team they have an average of 11 and considered 13 when they're playing away from home. When you're playing away from home, all right. So this is the data analysis of the game between Dubai and the Budunost. All right, you can also look at this game to analyze other basketball games across the world, all right? Across the world, okay? So let's move on to the next basketball games, and you are going to pardon me for the names pronunciation because these names are also they are very, very lengthy, okay? Disclaimer, please. The owners, the club, management of these clubs, do not take it against us. I'm just struggling to pronounce these names, okay? They are quite long, all right? So you have, this is the all right, this is the basketball and game and Finland game between Saloon Vipers, Vipers and then Curry Hearts, okay, and Curry Hearts, all right, and Curry Hearts, okay, Curry Hearts, all right. So let's look at it for Saloon when they are playing at home. In their last 5 games, they scored an average of 92 points and conceded 68. They are very, very defensive, very, very efficient team. They're scoring a lot of points in their last 5 games, and their defense is quite good. 68, average of 68 is a very good defense. Very good defense. Okay. That's their last 5 games at home. What about the away team? The away team, when they are playing away from home, they scored an average of points, okay? Conceding a lot of points in their last 5 games. So let's look at their halftime. All right, let's look at their halftime. You can see that in their halftime saloon, when they are playing at home, they scored an average of 48 and considered 30. Right, why and the away team they scored an average of 47 and considered 38 when they are playing away from home. All right, you can also look at their head-to-head. You can see that Dubai and the Saloon, they are on 80% form, while the away team are on 80% form. So both teams are on a very, very good run of form. They just lost one out of their last 5 games. All right, you can see that head to head. That since that Saloon has won 3 and the away team has won 2. All right, so this is also going to be a very, very open game. All right, but Saloon, they have a very good defense. All right, so you watch out for their defense. Okay. So you can see their field goals. This is the field goals for home. This is the field goals for away. You can see their 3 points. This is 3 point for home, and this is 3 point for away. You can see their free throw goals. This is free throw goals for home, and this is free throw goals for away. You can see their rebound. This is rebound for home. This is rebound for away. You can see their assist. This is assist for home. This is assist for away. And also look at their steal. This is their steal for home. This is steal for away. And look at blocks. Okay, this is blocks for home. This is blocks for away. You can look at turnover. Okay, this is turnover for home and this turnover for away. Okay, so this is the data analysis of the basketball and Finland game, right, between Saloon Vipers and Korea, right? You can log into the VP platform and analyze these games and other games yourself. All right, let's look at the next game, which is I think this is Italian basketball league, right? Between Virtus Bologna and Canto, right? Between Virtus Bologna and Canto, all right? You can see that and Bologna, when they're playing at home, their last 5 games, they scored an average of 92 points and considered 88 when they're playing at home. While Cantu, when they're playing away from home, they scored an average of 79 and considered 94. And considered 94, all right? And considered 94 when they're playing away from home, all right? That's their halftime. You can also now look at full time, okay? You can look at full time to see what these guys are doing full time. You can see that full time and Bologna, they played an average of 50 and conceded 44 for halftime in their last 5 games when they are playing at home. While Canto, when they are playing away from home, they scored an average of 39 and conceded 51 points when they are playing away from home, all right? When they are playing away from home, okay? You can also look at their last 10 games all season, okay? All right, what do we have for their head-to-head? You can see for their head-to-head, Vicious, they have an average of sorry, they're on a 60% form. Both teams are on a 60% form already. They have won and the last 3 games out of their last 5. But you can see that Bologna, they've actually lost their last 2 games. Okay, so you put an eye on that, all right? You can see also that Bologna, they've won 4, while Ekanto has won 1. So Bologna has a higher head-to-head advantage, all right? So you can also look at their last 10 games and all season, okay? So let's go to their field goals. All right, go to their field goals. This is the field goal for home, and this is the field goals for away. All right, let's look at their 3 points. This is 3 points for home. All right, this is 3 points for away. Let's look at their free throws goals. Free throws for home. All right, free throws goals for away. Let's look at their rebound. All right, rebound. This is rebound for home. All right, this is rebound for away. Let's look at assist. This is assist for home. This is assist for away. What about steals? All right, steals. This is steals for home. This is steals for away. About blocks. Blocks. This is a block for home. And this is a block for away. About turnover. This is turnover for home. And this is the turnover for away. All right. So that is the Italy basketball league between Vicious Bologna and Canto. All right. You can log into your local platform and analyze these games yourself. All right. Okay. So the next basketball game we're going to be looking at today. All right, it's going to be the ABBA Europe League game between Studentsky Center, Studentsky Center and Mega Basket. Okay, so we just say Studentsky and Basket. Okay, Studentsky and Basket. Right. So if you look at Studentsky, when they are playing away, or let's just say center. You look at center when they are playing at home, they scored in their last 5 games, they scored an average of 79 and considered 72. All right. While basket, when they are playing away from home, they scored an average of 78 and considered say 87. All right. These teams are not scoring a lot. They are on 79 and 78 when they are playing both home and away. All right. They are not scoring a lot. So you have to also watch and that also. Okay. So that is when they are playing full time. Let's look at their last 5 games half time. All right. Look at their last 5 games half time. You can see in their last 5 games half time, the students center they scored an average of 37 and considered for 3 when they are playing at home. All right. While basket when they are playing away from home, they scored an average of 36 and considered 47 points in their last 5 games when they are playing away from home. All right, when they are playing away from home. Okay, let's go back to full time. Let's go back to analyze their head to head. What do we have for their head to head? You can see for their head to head. You can see for their head to head. Center they're on the 40% form, while Mega Basket on the 60% form, or 60% form. So you can see that Center they won 2 out of the last 5 games, while Basket has won 3 out of the last 5 games. Okay, you can also see that from their head-to-head, Studentsky has won 1, while Basket has won 4. All right, so that is their head-to-head between them. You can look at all. You can also look at their last 5 matches, all season performance to know how consistent they have been. All right, so let's go to their field goals and see for their field goals. Center has an average of 18 and considered 18. All right, while Mega Basket has an average of 19 and considered 21 points. All right, you can look at their 3 point goals. You can see that center they have an average of 9, and you can see this is the 3 point goals for home. This is the 3 point goals for away. Free throw. This is a free throw for home. This is a free throw for away. Rebounds. All right, this is a rebound for home, and this is a rebound for away. Assist. This is assist for home. This is assist for away. Steals. This is steals for home. This is steals for away. Blocks. This is block for home. This is block for away. Turnover. This is turnover for home. This is turnover for away. All right. So this is data analysis. All right. This is data analysis of the what was it called? This is data analysis of the ABBA League game between Studentsky and Basket. Okay. Studentsky and Basket. All right. Studentsky and Basket. Okay. So let's go to the next game. Let's go to the next game. All right. Let's go to the next game. All right. So you can see the next game. Next game we have Zenda and Zenda. Okay. Zenda and Napoka. Napoka. Okay. This is also the ABBA League. Okay. Also the ABBA League. Zenda and Napoka. Okay. So you can see the home team when they are playing at home, their last 5 games, they scored an average of 86 points and considered 84 when they are playing at home. while the away team Apoka they scored an average of 53 and conceded 79 for full time. Okay, for full time. Let's look at halftime to see how both teams are fair. Halftime, you can see that halftime, the home team they scored an average of 47 and conceded 41. Right, while the away team has scored an average of 40 and conceded 38. All right, 38 halftime. You can also look at halftime for last 10 games all season halftime. Okay, and you can also look at full time for us for last 10 games and all season. All right, all season. Okay, so let's look at their head to head. Let's see. For their head to head, you can see that what's it called? And for the head-to-head, you can see that the home team are 80% form and the away team are on a 60% form, all right? You can see that the home team, they won their last three games. So you watch out for that. They played once and the home team has won and once. You can also look at their upcoming games, all right? So that's the head-to-head analysis of the game between Zenda and Napoka Abba, all right? So you can also look at the field goals. If the field goes for home, if the field goes for away. Okay. All right, these are 3 points for home. All right, and these are 3 points for away. All right, we don't have free throws. Rebound. Rebound for home. Rebound for away. Assist, okay. Assist is the assist for home. Assist for away. Steals and blocks. Steals block for home. Steals for away. Blocks. All right, this is a block for home. Block for away. All right, turnover. All right, this is a turnover for home. The turnover for away. All right, so this is the data analysis. All right, this is the data analysis of the Europe Alba League game between Zenda and Napoca. All right, you can log into the Blue platform and also analyze these games yourself. All right, and analyze this game yourself. So the last game we're going to be looking at today is the game between is the Swedish basketball game, all right? The Swedish basketball game between what was it called? The Swedish basketball game between Sodata Sodataji versus Nokin, okay? Not coping. All right, these names are quite controversial and long, okay? Well, not controversial, but they are just long, okay, and hard to pronounce sometimes. All right. Okay, so we look at their last 5 games. You can see that the home team, when they are playing at home, they scored an average of 89 points and considered it 65. They are very, very efficient. They are very efficient. They're scoring a lot and they are not conceding a lot, right? So you also need to watch out for that. Why the away team they scored an average of 83 and considered they've scored an average of 83 points and considered 82. Right, the away team they are scoring and they are also conceding. All right, so let's look at their halftime. All right, let's look at their halftime to see. You can see what their halftime. The home team they scored an average of 41 and considered 27. While the away team they scored an average of 39 and considered 44 when they are playing away from home. All right, so that's the analysis of their halftime. Let's go back to full time. All right, you can see that they are head to head. You can see that the home team they have an average of 60. Both teams they have an average of 60-60. They won 3 out of their last 5 games. You can also look at their and you can see for their you can see the home team has won twice and the away team has won 3 times. Their last 5 encounters. All right, so that's the head to head. You can also look at the last 10 games. You can also look at the all season. All right, let's look at their field goals. Okay, the field goals. This is the field goals for home. And this is the field goals for away. 3 points is the 3 points for home. And the 3 points for away. Free throw goals. The free throw goes for home. The free throw goes for away. What about rebound? This is the rebound for home. This is the rebound for away. What about assist? The assist for home. And this is the assist for away. What about steal? Steal. This is steal for home. And this is steal for away. What about blocks? All right, this is the blocks for home. This is the blocks for away. What about turnover? This is turnover for home. This is turnover for away. All right. So this is the data analysis. All right. This is the data analysis of the game between Sodata J and Nopkin. Okay, and Nopkopin. all right, and no coping, all right. So I think that is that for today. So that brings us to the end of our today analysis. All right, today analysis just to remind us also that you can become a Blueprint partner, right? Where you have your unique code, you register, you have your unique code, and all you need to do is just copy this link or copy your unique code, post it on social medias. For everybody who registers on that, you get 20% of their registration fee. And every time they renew, every month they renew, you keep getting 20%. So it's a lifetime earning, all right? It's a lifetime earning, okay? You can also use the Blue Quick platform to analyze to follow up on live games. These are all live games happening across 12 sports, all right? Across 12 sports, okay? So that is that for today, all right? By his grace, right? By his grace, I'll see you again next time to same time tomorrow. Same time tomorrow. Have a great day ahead. Bye. Yeah, hi everyone. Hi everyone. Okay, I welcome us all to another beautiful day. All right, today is the 13th of April. Today is on Monday, 13th of April, 2026. I welcome us all to another beautiful day. All right. So today we're going to analyze the football games, basketball games that we have for today using the Do Quick platform. Here we don't predict, we don't analyze based on vibes. We analyze based on data of the team's past performance. All right, that's what Do Quick is all about, right? Do Quick is you can use Do Quick for your live matches. You can use Do Quick to analyze match. Our feature match for today is the EPL game between Manchester United and Leeds United. But before we go into that, let's just quickly look at what happened over the weekend, and especially in the EPL, right? In La Liga and Barcelona, they've almost won the La Liga. That's already in the basket. In Serie A, Inter Milan, they won Como 3-4 yesterday, right? 9 points clear or so. That's almost in the basket. In German league, almost in the basket for Bayern Munich. In French league, almost in the basket, right? For PSG, but in the EPL, it was a totally different story. All right, it was a totally different story where our master butler in the person of Mika Arteta, right, in the person of Mika Arteta, lost against Bournemouth at the Emirates. Arteta and Arsenal had no business losing that game, right? They